Ministers have announced a crackdown on short-term lets such as Airbnb in Scotland following widespread concerns over their impact on communities. The SNP said it would bring in a licensing scheme as well as prioritising work to give councils the power to introduce short-term let control areas. Housing Minister Kevin Stewart also said he would review the tax arrangements for short-term lets. He said, "Short-term lets can offer people a flexible travel option and have contributed positively to Scotland's tourism industry and local economies across the country. However, we know that in certain areas, particularly tourist hotspots, high numbers of short-term lets are causing problems and often make it harder for people to find homes to live in. That is why we are empowering local authorities to implement a system that works for their area. By giving councils the power to set conditions around short-term lets licenses and put in place planning control areas to tackle hotspots, communities across Scotland will be able to decide what is best for them and their local economy. Everybody wants visitors, hosts, neighbours and local residents to be safe. That is why the licensing scheme includes a safety element which will be mandatory across Scotland for all short-term lets. Separately, local authorities will be given discretion to include further conditions to help tackle littering or overcrowding of properties. These powers will allow local authorities to ensure a safe, quality experience for visitors, whilst protecting the interests of local communities. Half of the Airbnb listings in Scotland are located in just 24 of its 354 council wards. Edinburgh plays host to 31% of all short-term lets. Mr. Stewart said he aimed to provide local authorities with the ability to implement a licensing scheme for short-term lets from spring 2021. This will enable councils to know and understand what is happening in their area, improve safety and assist with the effective handling of complaints, ministers said. The licensing scheme will include a new mandatory safety requirement to ensure a safe, quality experience for visitors. It will also give councils the discretion to apply further conditions to address the concerns of local residents. Councils will be able to designate control areas to ensure that planning permission will always be required to transform entire properties into short-term lets. Ministers also said they would carefully and urgently consider how short-term lets will be taxed in the future to ensure they make an appropriate contribution to local communities and support local services. They said this will complement existing plans for a tourist tax. Edinburgh Council leader Adam McVeigh welcomed the move. He said, "Today's announcement by the minister is extremely. For more on this story, visit the news article link."